What's the motherfucking deal? Hope all is well. I hope everybody is good on this fabulous Friday evening. I hope that everything that you hope for in life is coming to fruition. Fruition Friday. No, it's still fucking Friday. It's a Friday. Fucking Friday goes throughout the various streams. There ain't no stopping the fuckums. I have no idea. People may have lives, Kenneth, but welcome to the Den. For those of you who are not familiar with the Den, maybe the government is spying on this video and doesn't want to send it to anybody. That could be the case. Plot twist. But welcome to the Den. If you're not familiar with the Den, you know the Den is a uncensored conversation for those of us who like to talk about various topics. You know, opinions are uncensored in the Den. Everybody's friends in the Den, so whether you agree, disagree, or whatever it may be, it's just open dialogue to have the conversations that need to be had. Oh, I guess I gotta scoot this over. Have that out of the majigger jagger a little bit. But again, like I said, I hope everybody's doing well. Let's fix that. And we'll discuss some things tonight. We're going to talk about the government spying, and whether or not it's a good or a bad thing. First and foremost, well, Kenneth, I think you're the only one joining us this evening. I look old every day. I look the same every day. I might be more tired looking today than usual. And Kenneth, I got a book. You need to get you one of these. You need to get that. You need to own your copy. I'm gonna start a book club and make sure you read the shit. But again, so we're gonna talk about the government, man, and you know how we do in the Den. The Den is just a conversation, man. It's just neither here nor there. People's opinions are important, but if nobody's here, then we just gonna go deep. You don't know what book. Oh my God, Kenneth, is Think and Grow Rich. You weird. But my thing is this. You know, you hear the stories of the government, and then you hear the stories of, you know, phone companies turning over records. You hear stories of all this new police technology. You hear stories of Apple and Samsung, all these companies having your information, and you know, the CIA, the NSA, FBI, all these people being able to access your records whenever they want to. I mean, the police even have ways of triangulating your location. All kinds of things are accessible through these devices in which we use. You know, Alexa listens to your conversations, you know, or the Googleizer, whatever it may be. You know, all these things that people talk about. Some of them are conspiracy theories, some of them are true. I mean, there's been evidence that these devices are always on. I mean, your phone, you got to be careful what you say around it, because some of these phones have always on technology. I want to say the Google, like the Pixel, one of those phones I was reading that it stays on. It's always listening to what you're saying so that it can get to know you better. But Google wants to have all the information stored on everybody, and that's a very, very concerning thing. But you know, whether it be Google, whether it be a company who's trying to turn you into basically who's trying to figure out everything you like to sell you shit to make you a ultimate consumer, or whether it's the government who's trying to track your every move, or whatever it may be, you got to be concerned about, you know, your personal data. You got to be concerned about, Roger, what's the deal? 335, what's the motherfucking deal? You got to be concerned with the fact that everything you do is being tracked. Baker Man, what's the motherfucking deal? Every move you make, everything that you do is being tracked in some form or fashion. And I think you have a couple of choices. Because what you have to understand, the more convenient you make your life, the more trackable you are. I've heard cases of people catching criminals or catching motherfuckers cheating or whatever it may be because they wear a Fitbit. Excuse me. Dominic. And so, they wear a Fitbit or they do things of that nature that, that keep them tracked. And all they do is somebody goes back and they plug in the Fitbit and it pulls up all the GPS data of where they've been, what they've been doing. The Alexa things are always listening, because again, Google wants to know everything you do, say, your habits, because it wants to be able to sell you everything, and it wants to be a better advertising company. It's not necessarily about being a search engine. And they want to be able to sell you things. I'm trying to figure out why. Speaking of this, ever since I posted this whole deal, there's been some strange stuff going on with my accounts. I don't know why, but interesting. You have to be concerned with your well-being. And again, people always say, well, if you're not doing anything, then you shouldn't be worried about it. And that sounds good. But I think that you in life feel more comfortable just with some type of reasonable expectation of privacy. And the fact that you don't get that it's odd. I mean, not that it's odd, because we live in a day and age again, where you're not expected to have that. You look at ads. Anytime you've looked at something and then you come back and check it, what happens? You go to a different site, and next you're getting channeled. That same ad is still getting sent to you. That same ad is still getting shared with you. And I think that you have to be concerned about things like that. I think things like that, don't necessarily worry, because it's cookies and pixel data and stuff like that. But these are things that you have to consider, that everything you do, every decision you make. So that's why you need to be concerned with your privacy. I'm not saying that it matters. Even if you're not doing anything, I think you should just still be concerned with what you do and your privacy. The stream is being tracked. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, cigarette stop. But yeah, absolutely, they know everything. When you put yourself out in the public, you use the internet, and you're not using any type of device to spoof or conceal your location or do anything like that. They can find you easily. Your phone, even with the location not on, easily tracks where you are. Excuse me, I'm a little tired this evening. Look at your phone whenever you pull up like a Google thing, and at the bottom it'll tell you exactly where you are. You don't even have the location on, because I never have my location on. Dr. Rabbit, what's the motherfucking deal? And my thing is that everything you do is being registered. Okay, well, they're going to figure out, how can I promote the best companies to you from your location? How can I promote the best products for people who live in that location, who use a lot of those similar products? And so that's why I say it's with Facebook and things like that, it's always funny, because they never really sell me or never really promote to me shit that I want. They always promote a bunch of shit they think I do, because they feel like, I guess, it's easy to categorize people by certain things. And me, I look at everything. So as far as both news or major news corporations, I'll look at CNN, I'll look at Fox, I don't even look at MSNBC. I'll just look across the board to see where different places are. I might look at Breitbart, so I might look at whatever. You just depending on what the news story is, just to get different angles of it, different perspectives of it. And for some reason they may promote me a bunch of liberal shit that I really don't be into. I don't know why they think that, but Google's a liberal company, so they may be just trying to force that on you. But again, they try to push things that they think that you want and or like in front of your face, and half the time it's never correct. That's just something I used to always watch and be real careful about way back in the day when liking shit on Facebook. Even on my original shit, I don't think I had too much shit that I actually liked, because I like this, I like that. I'm like, okay, well, you're just basically taking a survey for free, and it is what it is. So folks say, if you're not doing anything, that shit is dumb as fuck. I just want to have my own privacy. But the thing is, those are the motherfuckers who be doing the most dirt and be shocked when they get exposed. It's like, if you're not doing nothing, let me just open my fucking house up to you so you can just watch every move I make and everything I do. Fuck no. You know, you want to have some type of reasonable expectation of privacy. Because here's the thing, though. If these companies can get it, if the government can get it, if any of these other motherfuckers can get it, then that means skilled and crafty social engineers, hackers, people of that sort can also get this data. Because at some point in time, this information crosses a human path. And humans make mistakes. Humans fuck up. I don't care how much AI and everything else you get, you know, there's always a way around it. And most of the fucking big hacks come from people, humans, making mistakes. It's not about that the computers don't have enough security and things like that. Excuse me. Give me 1 second. It's not that the computers and things don't have enough security. It's social engineering is how a lot of people get caught up in, you know, tomfoolery. Yeah, the government got me the sneezes. I've been good all day. Now all of a sudden I'm tired. I got the sneezes. The government then injected the studio with the flu. And now they're trying to get me down. I've been healthy for years, having no problem. But my thing about that is, you know, but is it a good thing or is it a bad thing? You know, because then some people say, well, I'm willing to give up my privacy if it means my say. Well, then you shouldn't be alive. People who are willing to give up their rights in order to feel safe, well, I think you're in a bad spot, honestly. I think you might as well just call it a wrap because hell no. I mean, because you're willing to sell the fucking, you're willing to sell your, I won't say sell your soul, but you're willing to give up freedom for safety. Then that's not truly freedom. You mean you don't want? Is Jay Bird still banned? I forgot to undo his thing, I guess. I don't know which one it is. But again, you know, shit, even in America, you got to accept it because it could be a lot worse. You could be in one of these Middle Eastern countries. You could be at the, you could be old buddy that just got caught up in the embassy, you know, which is unfortunate. But again, you know, your personal information, once it gets stored in places, and that's what I'm super cautious about, you know, certain things you purchase online and doing stuff, because once you put your information out there, it becomes accessible. Excuse me. It becomes accessible to other people, you know, and that's my biggest issue. Because if the government wants you, the government generally can get you if they're that concerned about you. But for the most part, you know, unless you're just, you know, in that immediate time creating a ruckus, a havoc, making the government look weak, then they're not going to really give too much of a shit about you. It's all about an appearance with the government. You know, if you are like a bomber, you're somebody who's doing crazy stuff, then you make the government look insufficient, like they can't protect the people, like they can't care for. So then that becomes priority number one. If you're out harming people, if you're out doing stuff that causes damage, that makes it look like the government can't do the job that it's supposed to do for the people, then you become issue number one. But a lot of these people who are doing a lot of undercover, backdoor, pause type stuff, they're not as big of criminals unless they get some type of secret government information that could be detrimental if released to the public. But the government doesn't care about that because most people aren't seeing that. You know what I'm saying? Most people aren't aware of that. And you know, people don't care about that. It's all about an image, honestly. And I think with people, it's the same thing. It's about an image. You know, people have secrets. Everybody has secrets. You have secrets. I have secrets. Some secrets are worse than others. And I think, though, that you should be allowed to have those. And the only way you're going to keep those is by not accessing or placing those secrets in any type of digital device. But now you think about everything you do requires personal information. You know, I was fucking just trying to set up a channel because I was going to move the sauce to a different email, and You know, it was just a whole bunch of tomfoolery going on with that, and you know, I was just I couldn't even use the regular, like Gmail won't let you. You have to use the Gmail account to do all this other stuff. Like I didn't even want that shit. And it's just the way that they fucking rope you in the stupid shit. You know, it is. He said it's just not right to not have a secret. Yeah, everybody has to have a secret. Like if you are just a complete open book, it's not about that. It means that you probably have bigger problems than that. Because I mean, it's just natural to have things that you want to keep to yourself. Some people don't. Some people got to blab and tell everybody. The people that don't have secrets are the people who are like in everybody else's business, you know. And those are the motherfuckers. They motherfuckers can't hold water and all that other shit. You say if the government was real, the FBI would have caught Honcho for selling pirated movies in like 2000. That was in 2001. So they would have caught some other Honcho, but not me. But that's what I'm saying. Like the government. Trust me, if they want you, they can get you. They will get you. But again, it's just about the impact of what you're doing. It's about money and it's about image. So if you're fucking up their money, they gonna holler at you, player. You know what I'm saying? They go get at you. They gonna say, what's up, player? You know, you fucking up the funds. We got to get at you, pimping. But again, if it's a situation where I'm telling you, all these sneezes just. This is ridiculous. I'm just serious. I don't know where all the sneezery's coming from. Like I've been cool all day. I've been in the studio for a decent amount of the afternoon, and I don't know why. All of a sudden now I have the sneezes. Like I'm allergic to something. I wonder if it's the crow. But again, so you know, it's about certain things. You know, immediate threat to human life. I don't even know if that's as big of a deal. Think about government and money. Though, are they responsible for city infrastructure and the closing of jobs? Yeah, I mean, in a sense, infrastructure, yeah. But the closing of jobs, I wouldn't say so much. I mean, I think, you know, capitalism creates a market. If there's a lack of a need, if a certain need dissipates, then hey, you're going to lose jobs. If it's more economical for us to cut certain positions to get shit done, then it is what it is. A lot of these jobs are bloated. A lot of motherfuckers are bloated. It's a lot of motherfuckers who are working certain jobs and have certain job positions that are basically useless. It's a lot of jobs with a lot of downtime. But the thing is, the funny thing about it is because the less you work, it seems like the more you get paid. And that's the funny thing of it. Yeah, I can see the chat for the most part. It disappears on the thing, but I can see it in the thing. See about the big cities that got messed up because they closed cities. Like, yeah, I mean that's on. I wouldn't say, well, it'd be the city government. I mean, the government is. I'm not just talking about the entire U.S. government. I mean, you have government agencies, you know, the FBI, NSA, all that other stuff. And don't be surprised. Like these motherfuckers, they will. But you got to look at like some of your biggest drug dealers and things like that, even on a local level. The reason why a lot of these motherfuckers stay successful is because they have an ability to get information firsthand and all this other stuff. And don't be surprised they pass that stuff along for their own freedom. You know what I mean? It's a lot of things that go on that you just wouldn't surprise. You shouldn't be surprised by, but they are. Like, should the government let big cities? No, they shouldn't let big cities burn. But if you're saying by throwing money in these cities, where no, I wouldn't say that either. Because I mean, if it's not feasible, because basically the same shit's going to happen. I mean, if they're not providing a purpose to anything, then no, there's no reason to let them crumble. Again, like I say, the city is a part of a market. The markets will dictate what's best. I mean, if you believe in capitalism, if that city is not providing, doesn't give quality goods, doesn't have resources, doesn't have natural resources, then it is what it is, man. It's going to happen. So there's that. But what I was saying though, at a lot of these jobs is there's a lot of motherfuckers who just have positions that are just simply positions. They are not. Houston has several industries. Dallas, we could do without Dallas. I mean, we ain't missing too much out of Dallas. San Antonio has all the churros, so that's a big industry. You know, you got churro industry. The churro market is very important. But but there are cities that don't provide anything, and if they don't, then I mean, hey, unless you find a way to make it feasible for that place to exist, then maybe it shouldn't exist, or maybe it shouldn't be. I don't know, man, what's going on? Like, I'm getting all sinusy and shit. They've contaminated the den with their government poisons. So if I fall off and y'all don't see me, I got caught by the government with the government flu. But again, so I gotta do my breathing exercises. But Laredo's a key city. Laredo got the keys. But again, like I say, it's just. But when it comes to affecting you, when it comes to you want the Galaxy S9 so you can get all the Fortnite bucks, mangoes, bananas, and all that other shit. Yeah, make sure the mangoes and bananas get here. I like both of those. You say you never do straight influenza. I ain't worried about it. I ain't gonna catch the flu. I'm gonna do some Wim Hofs and be Gucci. But again, my thing is this, man. You have to be cautious. So if you don't want the government in your business, what you have to do is start taking a different approach to things. You have to start behaving differently, really. You have to start operating differently. Honestly, like I say, really, that's what I say. With like the whole YouTube thing was never an expected thing, because I was the type of person I wouldn't really even put my pictures online. Like, they use all these type of different names, and I wasn't even doing nothing. I just ain't want to be all in it like that, But now I've gotten to a point where I really don't give a shit. Like, I really don't, because ultimately, like, what am I doing that's so bad that I really give that much of a fuck about? I don't. I'm not. So, I really don't have nothing too much. I got some things you got to keep. You just, like Social Security numbers and stuff like that. But outside of all that other shit, the government already know that, so that ain't no issue. But outside of all that other shit, man, like, I really ain't got shit to hide. I'm not in no type of terrorist organization. I'm not in any type of group or anything like that. I'm a one-man band for the most part. And if they find that a threat, which they have found single, solitary men to be threats before, so it could be a thing. But I don't think it's that big of a concern, so I'm not worried about it. You don't like it anymore, but you hate PUBG. I ain't played PUBG in a while, but I'm telling y'all, it's about to be Red Dead season. Nigga be like, man, is the sauce coming on? Like, nah, nigga, playing Red Dead. Fuck y'all. Catch me on Mixer. It's coming out in a couple of days. I got to get it. I got to do it. But yeah, I can't do no streams. No, what it's like? The bitch like 105 gigs, something like that. So I'm gonna have to motherfucking me. I'm gonna be like, nah, I can't get on right now. I'm using all my resources to download fucking Fortnite. Can you fuck country girls though? Yeah, that's the ones you want to fuck with. Them motherfuckers gonna ride it like a bucking bronco. But my thing is this though. The thing is this, like I'm saying, it's about you. You really have to determine, because people get so overwhelmed and concerned with the government spying on me. But what comes into play with that ultimately is ego. Because honestly, we look at ourselves and people. We're funny human beings. We're funny creatures. Because in one hand, we could have low self-esteem and not value ourselves very much and talk so much shit about ourselves in multiple facets. But then at the same time, when you talk about an outside entity trying to gain access, then it's, you become nervous and annoyed. Well, they can't, I won't accept it, because we think we're that important, when in reality, motherfuckers don't have nothing major going on. And I think that's the key. If you're not really doing nothing major, you have nothing really to worry about, like, who gives a fuck? Now, when you start making big bucks and you start making some real money, then, you know, hey, then you become concerned, because the government becomes concerned because they want the money. That's ultimately what it's all about. You know, you gotta, because you say this got a spinal surgery with a certain because of blood type. Well, you gotta keep an eye on that. Make sure you look at it. Do you got the blood type? If you got it, then you're gonna have to go into hiding. You're gonna have to go off the grid. But if not, man, look, I'm gonna be moonwalking all over the mall. I ain't tripping with that shit. So, you know what I mean? See, the only single player that deserves the hype is the Elder Scrolls. Stop. Man, you stop. Single player games are the best. You got a bunch of fucking lame ass trolls fucking up your experience. You get to play the way you want to. You get to explore and do shit as far as, you know, the tomfoolery you want to get into. Multiplayer is whack. It's timed. It's rushed. It's pathetic. It's limited. Single player experience allows you to do what you want to do. Multiplayer experience, you have to be at the whim of other players. There is no unlimited. You get 10 minutes here, you know, or reach a certain number of points here or there, and then your run is over. Single player is always better. Yeah. If you made money, if you have a certain level of influence, then they'll start paying attention to you. If the den ever got too big, they're going to start, well, let's look at this. Who is this Honcho nigger? We can't let him get too big. We're going to have to take him out. Yep. We're going to blow up the den. They'll try to take me out. I mean, they will. Make it look like an accident. It wouldn't be hard to do. What do you think happened with guys like Malcolm? Shit. Fucking MLK was doing what they wanted him to do, in a sense. His fucking best buddy and photographer was fucking agent. You know what I mean? Like, that's the crazy shit. Like, you have no idea the level of infiltration that they have and stuff. That's what I say, man. Look, you be a part of an organization, you might as well go ahead and assume that there are agents, agent provocateurs, all type of motherfuckers in that bitch that is going to fuck up the whole program. That was a problem with the Black Panthers. Can't, that's what I say, I'd be on the fucking thing, man. I don't trust everybody just because they black. You know what I'm saying? That's the easiest way to fucking fool a motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like, that's not gonna get you brownie points from me. Hey, guy that looks like me, brownie points. No, because I mean, it's too easy. You know, motherfuckers fall for the okie doke like that all the time. That shit ain't gonna work with me, man. Yeah, I got a bowl fucked over. Jay Dizzle, what's the motherfucking deal? But again, like I say, man, you get all these guys around you, get these motherfuckers that's fucking with you, you know. You never know who is an agent. Shit, it might be agents in the sauce, you know what I'm saying? They might not be government agents, but they could be agents of other entities. Who's this guy, you know, getting attention for Houston sports? You know, he's got people who are meeting at this one certain time every day, and they're talking Texans, Rockets, a little bit of Astros. And when Hector comes on, they're talking about the Dynamo. What the fuck is going on here? You know, you never know what motherfuckers are spying on you for. You never know what motherfuckers will start watching you for. Because I mean, especially now, it's easy to see it at the lowest levels. You know, back in the Gap, it used to be underground shit. It used to be those underground movements. You know, motherfuckers used to start out in their house, and a friend would tell a friend, and hey, you know, the meeting's gonna be over here now, motherfuckers. We gonna start a revolution, and we gonna post it on Twitter, and we gonna post a video on YouTube. We gonna post a video on Instagram and make it go viral. Shit, your resolution is already canceled. Like, you already lost. The moment you do that shit, you have lost. You lost, because you're inviting the agents into your program to infiltrate your shit. You know what I mean? So you automatically taking a L, you know what I mean? So, yep, the revolution shall not be televised, tweeted, retweeted, what's that shit, regrammed, you know what I mean? Fucking, it won't be shared on Facebook. That shit ain't gonna be Snapchatted, you know what I'm saying? Well, look, we can Snapchat the revolution because it's gonna disappear. They ain't gonna see it. Yeah, right, motherfucker. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. That motherfuckers are you be. I'm saying you got to be cautious, man. You got to be cautious because you never know who's watching. You never know what they're looking out for. But again, I've accepted a couple of things in life, man. You know, from experiences of losing people and things like that. especially people, you know, who went younger than I was, or, you know, close friends or things like that, or at a certain age, you know, I've surpassed them and they've died young or whatever it is. Like, you never know when your time is, man. And so you embrace life and you enjoy it to the fullest as much as you can. Just really not give a shit what nobody thinks about you. And that's a funny thing too, because usually people who say, "Oh, I don't give a fuck what nobody think," are the people who give the most fucks about what people think. And so I guess I got to clarify that, because I really don't give a shit what people think in the sense of, you know, opinions on, well, you should do this or you should do that. Now, I'll ask for opinions and I'll use that and say, okay, that's a good point, and I'll kind of capitalize on that. But as far as, you know, somebody just out of the blue telling me, oh, you need to do this, this, and this, and if I didn't invite that opportunity, or somebody just, you know, hating, like, I don't give a fuck about a hater. Like, I don't care. It's their life that's miserable. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck I give a fuck about somebody hating for? It just proof of life for Scotty. I'll provide it tomorrow. He got an appointment, I think, tomorrow. So I'll bring him in the den when he fresh and clean and shit. And so my thing is, sipping Don P. Hell no. This is Pellegrino, the fucking carbonated water shit. Man, you seen Scotty. He was in there like last time he was here. Scotty was in this motherfucker walking all in the camera and shit, being rude, sleeping on the desk, being a real live asshole. So, like I said, I'll bring him in whenever when he get fresh. Yeah, it is. But look, I only have only been drinking water for the last few months, if not longer than that. I generally only drink water. You know what I mean? Water. I only drink water. But every now and then, I think the last time when I fucking posted that picture when I went to Torchy's Taco, that's probably like the last time I had a soda. I don't even know what day that was. Let me see. That was the last time I had like something that wasn't water. So it's either water or some fucking carbonated water, just to feel like you're drinking some shit, even though it ain't. Torchy's Taco, that was September 12th. That was like one of the last times I had fucking, so it's been about a little over a month that a nigga been on the vegan train, not the vegan train, the vegetarian train. And it's cool. I'm not gonna complain about it. But you know, you get real creative with the vegetarian shit, and it's actually pretty surprising. But you will definitely drop bombs in toilets, and you will definitely, since we're talking about government, you'll definitely be able to start some biological warfare. So that's it. Look like a root beer fan, man. Look, I used to fuck with some root beer. Cream soda was legit. I think cream soda is a very underrated beverage. Does not get the love that it should get. A&W root beer was cool, but the A&W cream soda was the shit. So was Black Panther overhyped in my opinion? Yeah, I thought it was. I think that people look for the wrong thing in it. Like, it was a cool movie. But again, you know, I think a lot of shit is overhyped. So I think a lot of shit be overrated. But like, it was a good movie. Don't get it twisted. You know what I mean? Like, it was cool, but like, motherfuckers acting like it was just gonna be like the renaissance of black people and shit. Like, come on, man, you really putting us on a low bar if you really thinking that just some fucking Marvel movie was gonna do it. Like, I was happy for what it did for all the actors who were involved, the director and stuff like that, you know, put them on another platform, and that's cool. But like, motherfuckers who was just super excited about it, like, a lot of them people who went and seen it, it was just overhyping it, like, never seen a Marvel movie ever. So, you know, all that shit was just super fantastic to them. So, I mean, it was just like, oh my God, and probably ain't never seen another Marvel movie which was cool, but it is what it is. Topo Chico with live. But I'm not saying I don't like it, but it was just like the hype that people were giving it before I went to go see it. Oh man, this is gonna change the black race and doing all. I'm like, damn, my nigga, I know we be on some bullshit, but we going that little Marvel movie's gonna be the cure all for racism. That's what y'all feeling right now. My thing is this, like, it's cool, but I felt like what it signified was not about black unity, especially here in America. Maybe in the end when they built a little thing or whatever, I guess that was supposed to be something, but I think it symbolized the divide between Africans and black Americans, and I think that connection that has been lost, and how exclusive Wakanda was, that they weren't even trying to really help nobody. They had the ability to help, save, do anything, and the same thing that we talk about, I wouldn't say America in that sense, but having the resources to help out and not want to do it. Nah, we ain't getting involved in it. That ain't our problems. And I think they showed more of a divide, and I think that it showed more of the cultural differences and the problems that we have as black Americans and real Africans, and coming together and being able to see eye to eye. That's what I saw more of. More people just, black unity, black excellence, and okay, that's for the Africans. The African side was doing all the excellent shit. The fucking black Americans, just like motherfucking black Americans here, want to come in and tear everything up. You know what I'm saying? They want to fuck some shit up, man. So it is what it is. What's that Suburban Soda Saturday shit? Jones Soda Blue Lemonade Soda. Never heard of it. Into the Spider-Verse, low-key the Lego movie. I don't know what you're talking about. You say Miles, Emmett, Spider-Gwen, Wild Stop, Peter Parker, Batman, Spider-Man. You got too much going on over there. Let me see. Cream soda is my kryptonite best thing. I'm telling y'all, man, y'all don't know nothing about that, man. What? Why stop? You talking about root beer cream soda trash? No. You never had a root beer float? Cream soda float? That's greatness. That's excellent stuff. Venom, no, I hadn't seen it. I heard it was trash. I was actually gonna go watch it the other day, but I heard all the fucking negative reviews about it. Now, I actually like Venom, the character. I'd have been mad if I'd have went. Yeah, I saw the Lego movie. I've seen it. It was what it was. Well, fucking like something's like bothering me. I don't know why I'm feeling all allergy-ish. I don't think that's a word, but I'm gonna open up the den line here. Give me just a second. Into the Spider-Verse is gonna be a black Renaissance. How? It's a fucking, the dude's ain't he supposed to be mixed? Like, he's not even like a whole black dude. He's like a half and half. He's a Barack Obama. Barack Spider. So there's that whole thing. Venom was alright. Venom was straight. Okay. So like I said, give me a second, and let me just check everything, make sure the audio is sounding decent, and then we'll get this party started. Yeah, they're definitely doing a biracial. He's black and Puerto Rican. Nah, that's a whole nigga. Puerto Ricans be like, nah, not papi. I'm not black papi. I'm Puerto Rican. Fucking on some Kevin Gates shit. Like, nigga, you fucking black, nigga. You just speak a little Espanol, nigga. Shit, goddamn. That's fucking funny. Hold on, let me test this real quick. All right, here we go. Yes, critics are whack. They've never built a statue for a critic. So, you know, there is that. Critics are whack. Give him 30 days. Like, didn't it give Star Wars 8 or 9? I have, man. I ain't never seen none of the Star Wars. Like, I've seen pieces of, I think, the first one, but I ain't never fucking did all that. Infinity War was kind of overrated too. Like, it was some cool parts of it, but it was overrated. Like, I'm gonna be honest, like, the thing that makes Marvel movies interesting, government Marvel, the thing that makes Marvel movies interesting is just about the fact that they have such interesting special effects. That's what makes them cool. Like, I'm serious. This shit is crazy. Like, I'm trying to figure out where the fuck have I gotten these fucking the sneezes and sniffles. Like, it's out of nowhere. The games were actually some. Well, I didn't play Battlefront or Battlefront 2, but they were always pretty cool. The games were pretty cool. What was the one, Rogue, whatever? That shit was interesting. But the fucking thing about Infinity Wars is you got to see all your superheroes together. Oh, they've come together in unity, and they dissolved. X-Men movies are better because the X-Men don't get along. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, why aren't the X-Men in the movies with the rest of the Marvel universe? That's what I wonder. Deadpool, you know, how is he fucking with the X-Men people, but not like really fucking with the X-Men? He's fucking with like the side X-Men, the ones who like ain't that important. You know what I'm saying? The like knockoff X-Men. Oh yeah, fucking the boy Hulk was Hulk was getting hoed, man. That nigga like start the movie off getting dropped, and then after that he ain't even want to pull up. You know, so I have no idea what happened with the Hulk and why. I mean, it's entertaining, but you know, it is what it is. Especially, I mean, since everybody kind of, you know, what's going to happen at the end. Everybody ruins it. Everybody. Oh, that's what sucks. People who ruin movies suck. Like, I mean, you got like 3 days to see a movie nowadays, and everybody fucking ruins it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. And it was shit. It is what it is. I'm trying to think. Oh man, just recently, like I said, I don't know if y'all have seen it, but if you haven't seen Black Dynamite, it's on Netflix now, so you should definitely watch that. But you should understand about black exploitation films before you do watch it, and pay attention to the details, because I think a lot of people watch Black Dynamite and it throws them off. They get bits and pieces of it, but you got to really watch the details of that movie to understand how funny it is. Gambit used to be my favorite X-Men. Like when the cartoon came on back in the Gap, Gambit used to be my favorite X-Men. He used to have a little stick in the fucking cars, and he used to talk all with the little accent and shit. Now I think one of the newer X-Men, I haven't kept up with all the X-Men either. Like, I mean, I don't know, man. I find entertainment in other stuff. Like, movies are cool. I fuck with some games because I can control what's going on. I'd rather probably read a book though, honestly. Just simply because, man, it's just like, I don't know. Movies nowadays is just, I don't really get into a lot of this shit. It's like now it's more, as the technology improves, the stories get shittier. Like, I go back and watch some old cowboy movies. I'll go back and watch some old shit because it was ultimately about the story, because they may not have had the graphics or the technology to, you know, make it look so realistic, you know, but you got what they were trying to do, and then you got an excellent tale that went along with it. But now they put all the hype into the CGI and the graphics and shit, and then the fucking movies just suck ass, man. Halloween, I don't even want to see Halloween. Halloween is like the same movie over and over again. How the fuck does the motherfucker keep escaping? Like, how is fucking Myers not locked up? Like, he's always chasing his fucking sister every fucking Halloween. I remember Halloween, what was it, H2O? That shit came out when I was young. Like, these motherfuckers keep making the same fucking movie. Now Jamie Lee Curtis older shit. I remember Jamie Lee Curtis from fucking what was it, True Lies, when she was almost trying to look like something. Fuck with Arnold Schwarzenegger. True Lies was a good movie. I don't care what y'all say. he be jogging with nobody looking, motherfucker be power walking like a bitch. Avatar 2, they supposed to be making. I never watched Avatar because of all the hype. Like, if a movie just gets so much hype behind it, like to where stupid people understand what's going on, and he just like, if I know somebody who's just dumb as a brick and they just like, man, that movie was great, and I was like, okay, yeah, this shit ain't for me. Because if these motherfuckers grasp this concept like fluidly and just got it, it can't be a whole lot going on. You know what I'm saying? Trading place. Yeah, hey, you know what? I didn't even realize that. Now that you said that, slipped my mind. Best Spider-Man night. I used to work in the movies when they started doing the Spider-Man. When they were bringing back Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire. That's when that shit was dope. You know, like, this shit, they went from government spying to superhero. Well, that's the den for you, though. Shit, fuck it. Yeah, that's what I be wondering. Yeah, boy, look, shit. Yeah, Premier Cinema was like a motherfucker. All that shit went down in that bitch. But that's what I be wondering too. Like, how does Myers just get that leg up? Motherfucker just be, that nigga be like 3 miles down the road. You need some binoculars to see him. The next thing you know, you turn around, that motherfucker in your face. That motherfucker's supposed to be special needs or some shit. And he just out there bodying motherfucker. Let's see. Hereditary. I heard about that. That shit just looked weird. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, the E-Class. The the high school car was the E-Class, baby. You don't know nothing about that. The Ford Escort, man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have that. We used to call that hoe the E-Class. That bitch get you where you want to. You fill that bitch up, you was gone for days. You could do your shit. That's when gas was cheap too. Shit. That 4-banger would get you wherever you want to go. You ain't gonna get there really fast, but you gonna get there, man. Damn, Jazz whooping on go. Jazz gonna be a good team, man. I'm telling you. See, this is what I'm saying though. Here's what I'm saying. Now, Golden State loses this game. Is the national media gonna come out with all that hype and all that bullshit like they were saying about the Rockets? No. Yeah, the E-Class, baby. Don't hate. Look, the E-Class get you wherever you gotta go, man. Shit, I got up to, I did buku shenanigans in the E-Class. Shit, it was a little uncomfortable for a tall nigga, but shit, you know, where there's a will, there's a way. Shit, I remember, man. I remember it used to be a spot, like a little ducked off ass spot, and it was a little old bopper broad. That bitch was a super bopper. And I'm not even talking about the one. I'm not even talking about the one you think about back in the day. There's another one. I was actually I had put I want to say I put Shablamo on, and I'm trying to think if I put. I don't know if I put the bread basket on. I gotta think about that one. I don't think I put the bread basket on. But this broad here, I don't shit. That bitch was a super bopper. You smashed that hoe before school. Shit, a little ducked off spot, go get sucked up before school. Smash that hoe after school just cause. The other one was the greatest. Was the head bopper. This was a different broad. I actually smashed the other broad. The other little bopper was she was superhead before it was a superhead. Superhead ain't had shit on that little hoe. But yeah, so it was pretty funny. Pretty funny situation. You try to watch the Red tomorrow, like scary movies. Some of them were just corny. Yeah, a lot of movies are corny, man. I just realized because fucking forgot all about it. Motherfucker got the Amazon Prime, the fucking Prime channel shit, and it's a bunch of good movies on there. Motherfucker got a bunch of good '80s movies, bunch of good fucking Beverly Hills Cop, shit like that. But then they got a bunch of good old school movies. Pumpkinhead, y'all don't know nothing about Pumpkinhead. They need to bring that shit back. Pumpkinhead, fucking. Oh, I'm not even. I don't know, you might be thinking about the other one. I don't know which one I'm talking about because there's definitely a couple of different categories. Now that I'm thinking about what I'm saying, It was a couple of different ones. This one here, I don't know. I don't know if too many folks knew this one because that bitch was relatively low key, but she was with the shits. That was the thing in high school. You was with the shit, man. Like all you had to do was shit, say go. Yeah, Pet Cemetery. They remaking that bitch. They had a bunch of good shit though. Fucking now I don't know if I ever watched the sequels to Poltergeist, but I know the original Poltergeist. That shit we used to when I was young. Oh, hold on, we got a call coming in. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling into the den this evening?
Oh shit! I didn't even know that the den was open. What's the deal, Honcho? This is Dr. Rabbit.
Dr. Rabbit, man, what you want to drop in the den this evening?
After the Hunter, just for your safety, Hunter, after the den, just to be on the safe side, check your temperature.
Check the temperature. Okay.
Yeah, that way you don't have the flu or something like that.
I ain't afraid.
Even though I may not feel like it, it's just to be on the safe side. Just to be on the safe side.
Okay. I'll definitely take a look at it. I'll take a look at it. Just to be, you know, better safe than sorry. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right about that.
So yeah, but I didn't even know that the fucking den line was open, man.
So what prompted you to call if you didn't think it was open? I guess it's my fault. I put the number up here, did I? I guess that's the issue. I guess I should put the number.
Since the topic is about the government and our personal lives, I'm just gonna focus on the privacy aspect of it.
Okay.
Take a shot every time I say or
Oh man, if I was drinking, I'd be drunk.
Just kidding. Don't do that. You'll get highly intoxicated. We don't get, I don't know about you guys, but we don't really get a lot of privacy anymore.
Mm-mm. But is that our fault, or is that the fault of the devices we use, the convenience? Is it technology? I mean, who's to blame that we don't get the privacy anymore?
This is more of a nobody's fault. But you could say that it is our fault because we don't really protect ourselves very. We don't really put that much protection on ourselves.
Okay. Wrap it up. Everybody should always wrap it up, but I'm just joking. I know what you're talking about, though. Yeah, we don't care for our personal information in the private.
Oh, sorry. What were you saying?
I say, but I do understand because we don't take the proper precautions with what we do with our identity.
Yeah, we don't.
Yes?
We don't take that. See, here's the thing. Here's the deal. There are a couple of 2 or 3 steps to privacy. There's also the step ahead. Pretty much getting past anybody that is trying to get through your privacy, and that step is passcodes and fingerprints. Fingerprints are there. If you put that fingerprint stuff on your phone, oh, you're good, man. But passcode. I don't trust the passcode now. I don't know about that stuff because somebody can really easily just type in anything and it'd probably work.
I mean, you got to get crafty with your.
Like you have to be careful with the passwords that you pick because they can be very, very, very predictable. And you also just have to make sure that they're not as predictable.
You'll be surprised. They did a survey, and I forgot what it was like. Something like ABC 1 2. It was some basic ass password. Like you'll be surprised how many passwords are just actual password, and you'll be surprised how many of them are just, I mean, extremely simple stuff that people really don't take the time to create solid passwords. But you said the fingerprint thing is safe. But what if you're sleeping and somebody tests your phone on all your fingers while you're sleeping?
First of all, what are the possibilities that somebody would touch your phone while you're sleeping?
I'm just saying,
Like,
you never know.
Who in God's right mind would come and get your phone while you're sleeping?
All right, so here's.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it could be like your mom and dad or something like that. But
there you go. I mean, there you go. Or you said one time, or did you mention that you were walking from school and passed out or something like that? So what if you'd have been passed out on the ground? Somebody passes by, like, oh well, let me take this guy's phone, and they tested on all your fingers while you passed out, got it unlocked, changed all the pertinent information.
Oh shit! I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, I mean,
I didn't even think about that, man.
I mean, I'm just saying, anything can happen. This is a crazy world we live in. But yeah, definitely anything can happen. You have to be cautious. Yeah, I mean, the media's going to try to find a reason. So I see everybody talking about the media saying the Jazz is better than the Rockets. We'll talk about that tomorrow. We're going to have Rockets pregame tomorrow. But this is what's going to happen. Rockets going to beat the brakes off the Lakers tomorrow, and people will say, well, the Lakers just aren't there. It will always be a narrative against the Rockets. Like at this point, y'all shouldn't even be mad about it. Like don't even get upset about it. Like they just don't want to see us winning. Like Kodak said.
All right. I'm gonna hang up now, Honcho. I'm pretty sure there are a lot more people that want to call in.
Right.
So yeah, later.
All right, I appreciate the call, man, Dr. Rep. But yeah, like I say, the Rockets gonna win, and they're gonna beat the brakes off of them. And people are gonna try to sit there and say, well, it's just because the Lakers really aren't there yet. The Lakers really aren't ready yet. Even though motherfuckers had the Lakers over the fucking Pelicans and everything else, but it is what it is. Like I say, no concerns, no worries. But thinking here's the deal. Gonna have some mixer action tonight. So I think I'm gonna wrap the den up here shortly. Because I don't know if I'm getting a reaction from being in the den, which it shouldn't be because I've been here not all day, but for the majority of the afternoon because it was the weather was kind of suspect. And so I don't know. But we're going to call it a wrap. We'll be back at it tomorrow. Make sure you follow the Den socials. Make sure you check all those out. Make sure that you follow them on the book. Make sure you're following on the Twitters and all that other good stuff. And, make sure you're a part of that. Make sure you follow the Den on all platforms. Make sure you follow the Sauce on all platforms. Because sometimes I do different things in different places. Because, like I say, the other day when YouTube went down, I was actually going to end up doing a Den in the Facebook group. So if you're not a part of the Den Facebook group, make sure you join that. Because what I have been doing is just kind of posting the topics a little bit early there, and we kind of having some conversation about those throughout the day. I've been posting some of the calls there. I've been posting some of the calls on the gram. So if you've missed those, make sure you check those out. And and y'all be cool like y'all be cool. You don't have a Facebook. I don't know what to tell y'all now. The government wants your information. I mean, that's the whole thing right there. We're talking about government information. There's Facebook action right there. So, there's that. But here's the deal, man. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate you. Thank you, Josh. I'm testing, like I said, I'm going to be testing a couple of things. Still trying some other little looks. It may look a little different tomorrow. It may look a little different the day after that. Like I'm kind of just testing a couple of things to see what it is exactly that I'm looking for the Den. But let me get into mixer mode. Try to fucking kill this big Nazi machine thing that I'm trying to fucking beat on, whatever the game is. Finish that. I need to beat this damn game so I can cancel that fucking Game Pass. Because I'm gonna be honest, there's no point in me paying for Game Pass when. I mean, I can change that. That's not a big deal. I didn't even realize I had to where they go away, but I can set it to where the messages stay and stuff like that. That's not a big issue. Yeah, I got to beat this fucking Wolfenstein game, so I got to get that done this weekend. And because when Red Dead comes out, I'm gonna be honest with you, there's no point in having a Game Pass. It's gonna be just giving them motherfuckers a free what was that shit, like $10, $11 a month, $9.99 or something, taxes, all that other good shit. Giving Xbox don't need no more free money from me, goddamn. So with that being said, I appreciate y'all. I'll catch y'all on the mixer. Probably about it's 11:05. Probably about 10 minutes. I'll be in the mix. 10 minutes or sooner. And we'll go from there. You know. And I'm actually curious about Red Dead because you know GTA you can do all kind of stupid stuff. We'll be having all super souped up cars and all that shit. Like you can't do that with horses. Motherfuckers gonna be fucking souping up horses and shit. We're gonna have like custom horseshoes that make him run 3 miles per hour faster. Who fucking knows? But with that being said, man, y'all be cool like y'all be cool. I appreciate y'all for fucking with the Den, me amigos, my friends. Again, like I say, check it out. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Links in the description below. And damn, Kenneth ain't here, so I can't kick y'all out. But Man Up will be joining us tomorrow, so I'm out.